What's up, Player Bart? No! Not another Margarine. We might go past 21 minutes. I'm not for sure. Matters how inspired I am. How good I'm feeling at the time. But we need to get at least 21. Super Margarine. I can't read your comment, play something running. Because I'm running for the exercise. I'm running away from a heart attack. We're going uphill though, playa. Uphill. Sounds like somebody's getting shot. Oh no. Tasty. Excuse me. Ooh, yeah. We did it already over a mile, please. Another 10 minutes. Looks like. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Bart, Bart, Bart. Bart Dimmerton. Bart, Bart. Yeah! Get her done. Oh, yeah. drawings with chalk. Oh yeah, baby. Well, we broke yesterday's distance record at least. We're still going to the place. Sexy can. gonna try to get 2 miles jogging on board. We're pretty close to it. Now I only have to do 22 minutes tomorrow, but I think I might do 27 minutes today, just for fun, just to see what that'll be like in 5 days. We're in the genre place, I swear. We're in the genre. About to go uphill. Ooh, yeah. Squeak, squeak. One. What? This is average 5 at least. Oh, I got up to 8. This thing's going crazy. I may go for 30 minutes to change the title. But we're only doing 22 tomorrow. I just want to burn some extra calories today. Whew. Oh yeah, play it. Play, we're over our goal, 30 minutes. I'll go like 10 or 20 seconds over. Bam, please. We did it. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta switch the title now. Whew. Be right back, play. I'm just gonna see if I can switch the title without, doing anything. So let's see. Whew. We did it, play. We did it, play. Change the title. Whew. Over 2.5 miles. 2.6 miles. 2.61 miles. That's pretty good. Now 21 push-ups. I don't know, playa. That retains water though, playa. That's dangerous. Because muscle is 70% water. Do you think we should playa? Maybe. I mean, we still got some goals to beat first, playa. But if that's what you want in the quota, it might have to be next year, playa, though. Actually, we could do that during the winter. We could do that indoors. Maybe that has to be next in the quota. I don't really feel like getting big muscles, though. I feel that might be dangerous, in my professional opinion. I know lots of people want that, but I feel that might be dangerous. Now we're in literally pitch black. This is as black as it gets. Ooh, I'm gonna get the sweat out of my eyes. But all we have to do, I just did that for fun. Just earn extra XP. But tomorrow all we have to do is 22. I just gotta stick within the commands. I gotta go up by 1 minute. We could go up by 2 minutes now, technically, because we are in the 20s. But I don't know. Whew. That was a goodie though. 30 minutes. Now Led's got to pull up with his hour. Because I beat his record by 4 minutes. Bet he could. That was pretty fun though, towards the end there. I could have kept on going. I don't know for forever, like some people are saying, but go for a little bit. Okay, let's see what Google Fit said about that. Oh yeah. So done about 3 miles so far, but that's correct. 654 calories. That's almost a Impossible Whopper. I'm not happy with that. I know that's most likely incorrect though. That's like double. But still, I burnt 300 calories. That's almost a full muffin. Almost earned a muffin. Ooh, what's in my face? Marowini. Holy moly, playa. You're a chimney. Now, the oldest woman ever, supposedly. She could have committed insurance fraud, I think. There's a possibility. Well, now this is not a possibility. For a little bit, there is a possibility. But, I don't know. That might be correct. That'd make sense. Because the oldest man record broke. But we can't break the oldest human / oldest female record. Like, almost 30 years, so. Seems a little sus, but she supposedly smoked, if that's correct, and she lived to be 122. But, you know, she always said she never inhaled. She just kind of held it in her mouth to look cool. Whew, that was a good one though. 30 full minutes. I don't know how I record, but for sure in my end, I think it was 30 minutes, 37 seconds. Oh, there was a loose little husky. He nibbled at my little fingers. I was like, you son of a gun. He was cute, but he also looked a little bit scary because, you know, it's a husky without a leash. You can get fined here in the city for doing that, but I didn't know where the owner was. He just escaped. Dang, it's a pitch black place. It'd be extra spooky if some homeless guy just screamed. I'd probably poop my pants right there and then. I can barely see 100 feet in front of me. Past that, I can't. It's like a fog. A darkness fog. Where's the dragonflies at? I was living in a village, you know? Dragonflies everywhere. It wouldn't be this dark. They really, I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't like that, but somebody should bring like 10 cans full of dragonflies, drop them off over here. I'm sure they'd thrive through here. Oh, it is, but I was actually, you know, back in my mind, I was like scared because the homeless do like to set up on that bridge. It would kind of be spooky as hell if they screeched or screech yelled, you know, so it actually hurts your ears. That'd be kind of spooky. I mean, I wouldn't be too scared, but just because I'm, you know, I have, you know, a sense of hearing. it would be definitely a spooky motherfucker moment, you know. A nice screech yelling right when you can't see anything. Pitch black. Actually, yesterday I was asked by a hobo guy, so you got a couple bucks so I can get a sundae? I was like, nope. I was out with my brother. It looked like he was about to go ask my brother, but he didn't. My brother kind of gave him a look through his window. He's like, ugh. But I've been asked so many times. I am a nice person, so it kind of makes sense, but not nice in that situation because I know where it's going to go. Straight to your pocket. You're not going to even go to Dairy Queen. You're going to go straight to freaking the gas station. We're actually on the bridge that Lid says he's going to roll up on all the time. We're on the one that's like 2 miles away from where we usually walk. If I can turn on the light, I don't know how good it's going to do. That looks pretty beautiful. The star above. The sun's supposed to be God, and all the stars are his little angels. And the moon's supposed to be Satan. Most likely. Because Satan brings the darkness. Supposedly. We fight in the dark so you may live in the light. You know where that's from, play? Do you? Do you? Do you? Oh, that's the SCP Foundation's quote. That's what they say when they're hunting anomalies and demons and monsters. SCP Foundation. That thing's still broken. And that flasher over there? That thing's been broken for a year. Probably been broken for a decade since they first put it in. That's brand stinking new. They built that like last year with that too. That's actually like the tennis, baseball for the university. That's like a full out freaking, almost a full size stadium. Huge in there. Beautiful building. Modern too, since it was built last year, or a year and a half ago by now. But we only got to do 22 minutes plays tomorrow. That's all. That's mandatory. You know, I could have done just 21 minutes today, but like I said, we earned some extra XP, like Bart said. Extra health points, I think. Possibly, hopefully. Yeah, this thing's wild. This has already burned 720 calories. This got to be a fat person's dream, this website, or this app. Google Fit. At least using the phone. That thing's going to make people fat as fuck. Doubling up calories burned like that. They're going to be like, why am I so fat? It says I'm burning all these Big Macs. Wow, look at that. Is that a swimming pool? I think it is. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You got an indoor gym and an indoor swimming pool. Cool. You're trying to become fat? It is actually kind of hard. For some people, I mean, it's definitely possible. Like, if you just buy cheesy brats, if you just buy cheesy brats, because they're pretty cheap, too. That's the bad thing. Like, you can eat some pretty good, it tastes really good. Pork and cheese for pretty cheap with that brat company. At least around here. They want $3 for like 2,500 calories for 6 or 5 brats. So, then you eat a loaf of bread with it. Put some mayonnaise on the side. Bam. You'll gain weight if you eat all of them every day. Oh, play. That's not technically. Yeah, no shit. No wonder you're not gaining weight. Play, you're not even trying hard. You're not even trying hard to gain weight. They're firing fireworks off. You gained 20 pounds in 2 weeks? That's wild, play. I've been pretty good, actually. This week I've lost like 3 pounds. So I must be losing water weight. I'm sweating like a pig. Drenching myself with sweat. Actually, the weirdest thing, I thought the sweat would burn once it got in your eye. I wonder if sweat kind of lubricates your eyes. They didn't really blind me. It just kind of felt like a tear almost. At least for me. Almost. I wonder if this will be an hour 30 minutes or a 2-hour walk. Because we did add like 10 extra minutes. How you doing, buddy? Might be over 2 minutes or 2 hours, who's to say? We'll experience it though. That whooping crane sounds wild. Actually, we do got bullfrogs, but I don't know if they're over here. 10 pounds in 2 weeks, huh? Just a bunch of hillbillies with, obviously, since there's so many cops and, FBI agents and CIA agents, obviously they were already there, so they just joined in. But it's not rocket science. It was just a group of people, crazy. There was a whole bunch of agents there. There's an opportunity to get a whole bunch of people arrested that were probably on, hiding stuff inside their house. So they probably, whenever they were saying, we should probably storm it, they were like, let's do it. You're right. Let's do it. Because they knew they could get some arrested. That's just all that happened. It was just dumb people doing dumb things. And the CIA and the FBI and all those agents were already there. Freaking Washington, D.C., what did they expect? Literally, that there's Secret Service members and thousands of agents of every kind there. So it was literally stupid people doing stupid things and smart people being like, go ahead, do it. We're right here to arrest you. But in, the stupid people minds are like, oh, it was a plan. It was a big old plan. It was just spare the moment. They see an opportunity to get a whole bunch of most likely domestic terrorists arrested. And it seemed to work. So it wasn't like 1,000 people were arrested. That's a lot of people. That was actually probably one of the best, worst things for, people who don't like the government, but probably the best thing for the government. Then Trump did pardon them. But still, they're going to have a criminal record so you can keep track of them. So it's probably one of the best days in governmental history. It put leads with 1,000 extra people. And which probably a whole bunch of them are informants now. Part of their pardon. Which I'm okay with. I mean, you only have a problem with that stuff if you're kind of planning something dirty. If you follow within the law, and you can do some dirty stuff even with the law. So I've never understood why people have to break the law to do dirty stuff. You can do some hardcore dirty stuff with the law. It's just, you gotta have a decent IQ. I guess that's the problem. You can't be kissing your sister on the Wednesdays doing it. And also, sometimes it's not their fault. You know, some people are just, they were born into a drug dealer's family. Daddy was a drug dealer. Daddy wanted to get some extra money. You got a new job. You seen a new client, and he got you hooked. What can you do? Sometimes they're just born into the scenario. Born into the business. I almost forgot, did I? I forgot to put live chat. It probably was. I mean, yeah, no, it probably was too. I didn't see that because it blocked it for some reason. But no, it actually, I mean, kind of was. I mean, Donald Trump's the president. Did they? I mean, it's very unlikely that, I mean, maybe they were, because they were probably mentally disabled, you know? They probably actually thought 1,000 people could take over, you know, the largest military. I mean, they technically did for a minute. I mean, was it going to stay there? No, impossible. No, only 1,000 people, 10,000. Oh, Playa, you deserved prison time. Yeah, you told me that, Playa. Remember? You told me that like 3 or 4 years ago. That's crazy, Playa. You shouldn't do that, though. That's crazy stuff. What? Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. I almost always walk in there. Man, that's just for fishing. The tum-tum. You are loved. Kids are so sweet. Well, that's a kid that's raised right when they put little messages for everybody like that. You are loved. Or it could have been the homeless. You are enough. Hopefully it's a kid. It's kind of bad penmanship, but sometimes the homeless do that, though. They have to leave little nice messages. Sometimes they leave god-awful ones. You are worthy. Well, thank you. Got any more sweet little messages for people? Let's see. Well, that might be it. What's up here? Oh, maybe one other. You are... What? Does this say beautiful? Yeah, you are beautiful. What? No, I'm not. I'm like Sir Isaac Newton or Nikola Tesla. I'm too smart for that. What I would do as a scientist is observe people like you inbreeding, which I think would be very beneficial. I mean, Cleopatra, the Whitakers, those aren't just inbred, those are runts. Both the parents were very frail, skinny individuals. That's the reason why they're so weak and stupid. Not because they're inbred. The inbreeding between two runts equals to a more runty creature. It's mutated to be more skinny, more stupid. The brain is tinier. But with Cleopatra, it has been proven, maybe not to you because you haven't done the research, or to other people, but in my eyes, it has proven that you can make a stronger, characteristics of a more intelligent creature based off of inbreeding. She knew 9 languages, and she was severely inbred. Okay, let's see. Do you have a sister you can? And Playa, there is a difference between inbreeding and incest, by the way. In your ignorance, you may have not known that. I don't have a sister, but I could ask my cousin if she wants to F. Playa. I mean, if you want to test this, I'm very willing to check the results. You'd have to mail me some DNA, some of your matrix, your fluids, your chemistry. But I think we could make you a genius. We could make a very, very intelligent human. They actually made Sir Isaac Newton. I don't know if you know that. That was a gift from God. That was actually a gift from the United Kingdom's government. He was born on Christmas, delivered to the government on January 1st. Because he supposedly has 2 birthdays. Christmas and January 1st. No. There's 2 different... incest is between the parents. Yeah, inbreeding could be between anything. That could be between, your 7th cousin, all the way up to your 16th generation. Which we already do. A lot of people do. They don't know that. Because it's kind of like, a lot of people are stupid. They don't know that they're related in most cases. So in inbreeding, you can practice it like line breeding. You could take... Well, actually, you can easily test this with cows. Because, nobody cares about being tested. But with humans, they care about being tested. So it's kind of harder to do. But you can still do it. Like the royalty in the United Kingdom still does it to this day. Line breed / inbreed. Now, they're technically not incest. Only because nobody knows that they're related. It's not like a cousin, first cousin. It's not like a mother and son scenario. Well, you can inbreed play. I just told you. You can inbreed / line breed with anything within your 16 generations. That's probably like 400 years. So you, like 16 mothers away. But a lot of people are ignorant to the subject because they believe in God. They believe in a fairy tale. For some reason, the Harry Potter magic got over better than how you actually get here is relations with creatures that mutate you. It's a lot of people have a hard time. Like some of these people must be from the city. Even the hillbillies, though, they don't get it. I mean, I guess they're just not around frogs often. I was around so many frogs. All the gay frogs, But, I mean, it's simple. I've seen frogs grow limbs in 12 weeks. I mean, it's just a thing that can happen. But for some reason, like, that blows people's minds. They're like, oh, no, you can't grow limbs. Can't happen. Dang, we already got 5 miles on the board. Cool. But playa, you got to look into F statistics, all this good shit. Because once you throw away the lie of, magic, basically I'm calling God magic, then you really get to learn. You really get to open up your eyes. That's when you're like, damn, everything's just a chemical reaction. You can manipulate anything. That's the beauty. You can manipulate anything. Almost anything is possible with the power of chemistry. But you need a lot of metal, a lot of heat. I mean, it kind of makes sense because Sir Isaac Newton, that's what he was trying to spend the rest of his life on. The alchemist stone. We could talk about a little bit more of line breeding / inbreeding. I mean, the German Shepherd, I brought this up to you. What a perfect dog, right? I mean, look at it. So beautiful. So loyal. I mean, it's perfection because it's literally perfection. Somebody inbred that dog, line bred that dog with its own sisters, mothers, and cousins until it mutated itself from like a sheep herder dog into the shepherd, into the German Shepherd. Well, I mean, like when I was 2, I guess when I was 2. But no, fire's just chemical reaction. Also, fire's not even solid. Do you know that? That's just like a field. You know how magnetic fields work? That's kind of just a field itself. It's hollow in the middle of each flame. That's just the outside. It's got a field of fire. Why don't they invent light bulbs? I mean, so you want me to mutate it into a humanoid? I mean, actually, technically, that would be true. I mean, you could do that. I mean, the results, I don't know if you could handle the results. But, first off, but to do that, obviously, we'd have to inbreed the dog. We'd have to keep on getting generation. We'd have to do it as soon as it becomes a pup into maturity. I mean, not all the people know this, but humans can actually develop children at the age of 5. I mean, is that monstrous? Yes. But you can do that with humans. So a dog can probably develop offspring probably within a year, not even. You'd have to do it very early, see every, probably 9 months or whatever, a year. Is it, frowned upon to do that by, people with morals? The same people with morals that kill people all across the world, but, we'll pass that on. So we'll say at 9 to a year, they can develop offspring. At that point, you're going to have to try to inbreed them with the ones that closely look like they're developing a biped possibility, because we need to get them to stand first. And we're going to have to look for the ones with the biggest paw separation. So every toe looks like it's separating. We're going to try to mix those two together. Now, their offspring, because the mutation is happening so advancedly, there is going to be a lot more loss. Because when you're trying to mutate, it means that their carbon matrix inside of their cells are no longer super stable. They're going to stretch out a little bit while we're doing this process. So they will lose puppies more often. You can still do it even with humans. But if you have twins, you're going to lose one. That's the problem with inbreeding. Since there's so much mutating, you would lose a little bit more offsprings. You would still be able to get offsprings, but there is a likelihood of death because of the change, the mutation. So we could do it. You could mutate anything. Inbreeding is the biggest tool to disprove God. That's why the Pope had to make it illegal. It makes super intelligent beings, which he can't control something smarter than a human. You can control humans, but you can't control something smarter than a human if you're a human. That's the reason why it had to be outlawed. It prolongs your life. I mean, it makes you smarter. It can make you stronger, make you taller, make you shorter. Whatever you're looking for in a mutation, that is the key to do it quickly. It is evolution, and that's why they striked it down. Because they're afraid of it. Am I saying man, bear, pig is real? I am. South Park reference, huh? You could. I mean, you could make something that look like man, bear, pig. Good, we got over 10,000 steps in today at least. That's something. That's something. Okay, I think we can shut the light. Just because I don't want to, pull too much attention to myself. Well, you can think of it as mutation. It's another word for mutation. It's another thing for, humans are ugly. Naturally. We're hairless, we're weak, we're smart. You know, we lack a lot of muscle. We lack a lot of fur. A lot of things have fur on this planet. So technically we're unique and ugly. But two things that are ugly will find each other attractive. And now there's so many of us ugly creatures. Now there's a difference between once we start changing. So the things that have tried to mutate, a lot of, you know, in the culture that we live in, that's called ugly. But it's just change. It's mutation. So you could say inbreeding is just a tool. It is the word for change, a mutation. And the religious cultures knew if they weren't human anymore, if they start developing differences, we have to call those ugly because you can't control them. Because sometimes they get super intelligent. So intelligent, they can outthink you on anything. They can predict things 1,000 times better than you. So that's why we have ugly. And they found this out from actually inbreeding the royals. The reason why the royals got so much money, actually, is because the Pope funded his experiment. And it was just it was kind of a cult back then. They had to fund this. So that one family got picked because they were beautiful. They were smart already. You needed test subjects that were already smart, already strong, something that could develop into something intelligent. And actually, they developed it in time. They got it perfectly with Sir Isaac Newton. They made the human almost secondary being so intelligent that they had to quit it. That's when, like right then, they quit inbreeding. Like it became outlawed because of Sir Isaac Newton. I actually think that Sir Isaac Newton is the first offset into being an alien gray. He is the present. They say God, but who is actually God? God would be the government. It was the gift from the government to the United Kingdom. He was gifted to them as a present. He changed a lot of things really quickly. And then, about 50 years later, the king in Spain, the Hindenburg, or however you can pronounce it, from Spain, Charles II of Spain, was shown as a cover-up story to say, no, do not inbreed because this is what happens. They showed the deformed. And he's very similar. I mean, if you take two pictures, Sir Isaac Newton, the Hindenburg guy, Charles II of Spain, you will see these are very similar. Maybe from the same family, I would say. No, Sir Isaac Newton doesn't have children. He's like me. He's hyper intelligent. People who have hyper intelligence, universal geniuses, don't have children. Nikola Tesla doesn't have children. And Sir Isaac Newton doesn't have children. But I'm just too smart to have anybody else around me would really just dull my IQ. Because I'm just that smart, you know. Adults are like children to me. I understand complex ideas in seconds. It would take people years to understand what I understand play. You know, it's kind of a curse. Yeah, but he's kind of just really rich. And he got rich because his daddy already owned a emerald mine. Do I believe, though, is he autistic? Yeah, I believe he is autistic. But I believe he's a different kind of autistic. I think he's an emotional autistic. He's not autistic like me, Sir Isaac Newton, and Nikola Tesla. We're cold geniuses. He is a emotional genius with autism that gets super upset very quickly. And actually, I mean, I'm not very against his, ideas of having children. Notice he has children, but he doesn't really stick around them, except for X nowadays, which X is really naughty. But Do notice he's not around a lot of his children. He's got one right now. That's just for the photos. But he's got like 12, right? So he's technically not around. I'm not against the idea. Like if I donated, I wouldn't, do that with the female because I think that's biologically very dangerous for you. But I think I would donate a lot of my sperm and would have a lot of children. I'm not against that idea at all, but it is not for me. It wasn't for Nikola Tesla or Sir Isaac Newton. Which you got to remember, Nikola Tesla, he did have pigeons. But also you got to remember about Elon Musk, that he's not really developing, he's investing. So he is a genius, because I'm glad he likes these ideas. But he's kind of just a normal genius. He has enough money to fund the ideas that are smart. He doesn't have the intellect to do the ideas with his own hands. But he is doing, I would do, actually a lot of things that he invests on, it's very surprised because it's the same things I would invest in. But I'd invest a little bit more in that boring company. Only because I love the idea of being underground. There's a kitty cat. Is that the one with the bell? Hello, kitty. I don't know. I don't think it'll let us touch it. Hello, kitty. Nope. It's a kitty cat. It's a kitty cat. 6 miles. Huh. 6.22. Yeah, those calories burned though. That's crazy. That is a lot. More than it should be, I think. They're aliens. Possibly. I mean, I personally think that aliens are most likely, if they exist, they're inbred. Because it's just like everything else on this planet. Inbred into something different. Mutated. Evolved. So, if they do exist, it was just by inbreeding. Notice some of those inbred things, their nose starts almost melting off. So, and their face gets flatter. I mean, you can already tell that just by apes inbreeding. To ape to human, I mean, the shape is start to be panned out. Human to alien gray, obviously, would just finish the job. And I do believe scientists have, the Pentagon employees, they didn't know what they were looking at. Because they are hardcore religious. They think it came from the sky. But in all actuality, it was probably just a family that they've chosen. Just like the Pope has chosen families before to experiment on. And they've mutated it into looking alien grays. And they're probably super intelligent. What the hell is that? Bushes? That's new. Wonder when he did that. Actually, he did a really good job. He put some money in there. Remodeled the whole thing. And you got this guy. It just looks like a house. Everyday kind of house. I bet this guy buys this one, remodels it too. They'll probably do it the whole freaking block. Oh, I like the little red house though. Gray one's okay too. It looks kind of modern. Looks like it was done in 2000. Looks like a 1990. Looks like 1970, 1960. Maybe not that old, but 80s. 2000, 90s, 80s, and 2020s. Bunny. That stuff's free. What the hell is that? That actually looks nice. Is it just a cabinet? That's a nice little cabinet. I ain't carry it at home though. islands. It's kind of blurry. I might have to make a longer jogging remix. I might do that today. You know, the weird thing is it was starting to feel better once I got past the 20 minutes. When I was, around 25 to 30 was actually almost relaxing. It's weird. Your heart must, sync up with it or something. The lungs are starting to relax a little bit. They're like, okay. The brain's finally, catching up. It's like, yeah, it's all good. Yeah. I mean, I still got to get to the average of a jogger. I think it's the average between joggers, because I don't think the average man does that at all. But Google says 90 minutes. So if that's, I can see it if they do it every day. That might be just the average. A good hour and 30 minutes. We walked 7 miles, playa. Cool. And that's the damn cam, playa. It takes pictures every hour. The dam. I actually put up 2 now. It used to just be 1, but now there's 2. 2 cameras on there. Working off of that solar panel. And it stores electricity. It doesn't take pictures at night, though. Kind of sad. That was a big buddy right there, playa. Yeah! That was a good. I'm feeling good about this one. Solid 30 minutes, play. I made a mountain. Really? Now, I do believe, ducks can switch genders. One of them can. Was it female to male? Now, you can bring a species back to life by inbreeding a similar species into the former species. Make it from endangered or extinct back to existing. Because that's how everything works already, is by inbreeding into something new. Now, I wonder, and I know for a fact already, but you're pretty ignorant on the subject, so I will try to explain this for you. But I wonder if you can inbreed the human species into having double organs. Because there already is double-organed humans. Ones with already genitals of a male and a female. So I wonder if you could inbreed them to have extra organs inside. Their torso would obviously be a little bit bigger. What would you think of that? Being able to mutate a human into developing organs that they have lost. We've already lost the tail. We have a tailbone. Are you so ignorant that you would not be open to this idea? Or are you open to the truth, to the facts of the matter? Where I could develop a human male that is capable of giving birth. Gross. How dare you? So that's your answer, gross? Wow. High IQ. Well, yeah, they're already using inbreeding practices to bring animals that are extinct back to existing in reality that we live in. There is no stopping it. No, playa, I think it's obviously very baby. It's very baby. It's very tiny. That's all right, playa. That is all right. Not many people can think on the level that I think. You just don't have the relationship with chemistry like I do. Your relationship is with the book of Adam, obviously. That obviously has the name of King James titled on it. So do know that books have already been branded with the king's name when they're supposed to be about God. What a shame. You think that a king can't be above God? And why is King James branded on your Bible? Think about it. And it's the most famous Bible. King James is branded on the most Bibles. Play, I have to disagree. Your intellect and your capability of thinking is heavily influenced by the children of Adam. I know you don't mean to expose yourself, but you expose yourself deeply. You will not catch me saying these words that you use. You don't know what to look for. You are a part of the cult. Man shit. Man shit. Where's the man shit? That's herbicide over there, play. That's not poop. That's grounded up dirt. So it's Roundup. I really hope it's not the case. I should really be wearing a gas mask when I'm walking past here. Especially if it's windy. Playa, I just did play it. Playa, I think you read the Bible one too many times. You listened to its meanings and its stories. You're brainwashed without being knowing to the fact. I think you're stuck in a delusion that only one that have heard the stories of Christ can be stuck in. And it's disgusting. Its influence flows through you. It's dripping out of you. I can see the spells just spawning out of you. Play. Play. I'm just giving you, I'm just exposing you. You thought you could hide, but play. It's dripping off of you. It's dripping. It looks like a mucus coming from your face. You thought you could hide the Ebola. But playa, I could notice the blood coming out of your ears, eyeballs, and mouth from 1,000 miles away. Well, you maybe not read it, playa, but you definitely have listened to it way too many times. You've been partaking in the courses when you were little or something. Because your whole thought process, the words you use, it's playa, it's exposing you. Bad. I mean, real bad. Real bad. Like I said, it's like you got Ebola and you're trying to say you don't got Ebola, but I can see the blood coming out your eyes. Playa. It's bad. It's like you trying to say you don't got chicken pox, but I can see the chicken pox. No, don't do it. Don't do it. see, Flaya, you exposed yourself. You couldn't help it. You're like, I gotta read it again. I knew it. Flaya, you can't help yourself. You're an addict to that book. You're like, oh, I love the story so much. I like that Samuel guy with his long hair. Flaya, you're probably reading it right now. Don't you lie to me. You're probably reading it right as we speak. Aw, damn, Playa. I can't convince you of something you already are. You're partaking in the Kool-Aid, Playa. You're fisting it down while you're speaking to each other. Did we get close to 8 miles? Let's see. Why is this thing so drippy? What's up, unknown error, Playa? It's not even raining, Playa. This thing's so drippy. Look at those drips. You think he has like a giant freezer in there? My goodness. That is max drippage right there. He could have like a giant air conditioner. Huh? He's got something in there. It's creating a lot of heat or a lot of cold. Or he's got a bad pipe. Sprinkler system. Whose cactus is that? It's a mega cactus. Wallet. And Playa, that was we did good today. 30-minute jog, Playas. A 30-minute jog. I can't believe it. My mind's blown. I know, Playa. 30 minutes. Yeah. Gotta flex, Playa. Gotta flex those numbers. It was pretty pitch black, though. Hopefully no homeless people ever sit at that bridge. Because that's going to be spooky as hell if they screech at me. What's that? Pitch black. Let me just look at this map a little bit. Stop trip. That saves. That's perfectly in the genre, too. Average 5 miles per hour. That's a perfect jog right there. That's light to moderate jog. Right where I want it. Good. And what's the steps at now? Oh, free. Works. Supposedly. 14,000 steps. Good. Almost 8 miles. That's what we're all about. You hear the crows? Oh, he knows his name. He talked. Probably talked to each other. We got hearts playing. Oh, historical house. Redoing a little bit. We're kind of redoing this one too. Yeah. Looks old. Reminder for 2 days from now. Okay. But players, we're at the safe point. Thanks for showing up, Mr. Bart and Mrs. Unknown Air. Players and Led, if you ever watch this, you gotta break my record now, punk.